You're listening to W.L.R.S. Crypto Radio. We are not financial advisors. The content on this podcast and any YouTube videos are for educational and entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions of advertisers, sponsors, and guests do not constitute those of W.L.R.S. Radio or constitute financial advice. We urge you to make the best financial decision that suits your needs. Conduct your own research and seek the advice of a licensed financial advisor when needed. Know that all investments involve some form of risk, and there is no guarantee that you will be successful with your investments. There is no guarantee that you won't experience significant loss when investing. Now, come take a ride with David, Dylan, and Austin into the Wild West that is cryptocurrency and DeFi. This is the Meat Show.
It's just the meat show, giving you all the info about the current meat condition in America.
Once the casino opens back up with the shit coins, it's gonna get wild quick.
It looks like a third grader got into Blender and made these NFTs.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the weekly DeFi show on WLRS Crypto Radio. I'm David, and I'm here with Dylan this week. Austin is out traveling, and we're here to talk this week's top DeFi news. In addition to that, we have our first guest on the show, Jason, from WarFi, a P2E shooter on Binance Smart Chain. Jason, you want to jump into an intro about yourself?
Yeah. So, Chicken Chaser Jason, whatever you guys want to call me, it doesn't matter. Idiot is also okay. But basically, yeah, I've been in crypto for it's actually longer, like 5 years. Then we're speaking now, but anyway, I can't even remember. So. Personal life, 10, 12 years of corporate financial with sales, crypto 5 years, obviously the whole of DeFi. So I've been around the block, the blockchain, and yeah, loving every minute of it. And that's obviously what I've done to create my own protocol as well. Brought some of the best protocols, and taken all the good parts out and left all the Ponzi out,
Absolutely.
That's what we've done.
That's what we need more of. And if anything, any of this sounds like deja vu, it's because we were 25 minutes into recording and then my computer shut down and we lost the recording. But
yeah, we might repeat ourselves a bit in the next 30 minutes. But it's okay.
the jokes are old to us, but they're new to you. You guys,
we might not laugh, but
yeah.
You will. Don't worry.
Absolutely, we did. Like Dylan had said, we had a great lesson on sharks. But you're not going to get to hear that. It's lost.
Learn
I
something.
gave away the future, price of Bitcoin, and shucks, you guys won't, hear it now. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll go over that again because we have to. But if you want to change your answers,
mine was the actual truth. Like I've gone into the future and seen what the price is and what's the bottom, what's the top. But now they'll never know.
That's right.
Pretty sure that's what shut the recording off. Actually, both of our screens turned white when he did that, and when he came back with his price, it was over.
Yeah.
Oh, shucks. Sorry.
It's all your fault. Now, so last week on the show, I had started talking about meat and meat availability, conspiracy theories. So you got to tell me about the prices of meat where you're at.
Yeah, so we touched it on a little bit just now, but we basically paying between 40, 50, 60 rand a kg. So it's about like $5 for a kilogram, $4 or $5 for a kilogram.
For all you diehard Americans out there, that's like a kilogram's like 2.3 pounds or something like that. So it comes out to like $2 a pound for chicken, which is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the South Africa, we're full of meat eaters, big, bunchy, raw, tough oaks. Well, they think they are, but yeah. So
I don't know.
There's enough meat here. We don't have enough power or water, but we've got meat.
That's right. I mean, if you're catching sharks with your bare hands, which was something you had mentioned prior to the crash,
fun hobby, It's like one of those stupid roulette games. Let's catch the monkey. But anyway, yeah, they missed that. They're never going to hear the shark chat now. Sorry.
It's a hell of a hobby, though. like we'll go fishing.
Noodling,
I was gonna say we have noodling here.
Oh, that's catfish, right?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few people over here in Kentucky noodling. It's insane. You couldn't. I don't mind swimming in ponds. I don't mind jumping in creeks. But let me tell you something. I am not sticking my fucking hand in an empty tree trunk in the bottom of a pond. I ain't gonna do it.
No, that's how you win a Darwin Award right there.
Well, I've seen. I mean, where I'm from, snapping turtles are extremely common, and they are everywhere. So it's just as easy to pull up a snapping turtle as it is a catfish.
If your hand's still
Oh.
on.
Yes.
So
Oh,
that's what we do it with little baby sharks. That's fine.
Is the water clear there so you can like see what you're looking at?
Kinda, but you're jumping from a pier and you like spear tackling them. If you miss, you get bitten, but it happens.
it's just part of the
So
hobby.
you guys are.
Battle scar,
Alright.
you know, chicks dig it. Chicks dig it.
Oh, they have to. They love danger.
Well, if they don't, then I don't know why I'm still doing it then.
Because you got to do something, man. It's a bear market.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Enough about my shark tactics.
I wonder. We have LB on next week. I wonder if he like does any crazy shit like that. We're gonna find out. We're gonna talk about meat
Oh no,
and
I don't believe
sharks.
Albie does. I mean, he's a good friend of mine. Like, he'll tell you what is the probability of programming that shark to kill you.
We're gonna find out either way. He's gonna have a hobby. We're gonna find out the meat prices over there, and we're gonna find out about. But that's for next week. We can jump back into the guess the price game. I guess what I'll do is I'll just run through the scores we had previously recorded. Austin got 3 points for Bitcoin, AVAX, and Cadena. Dylan got points for Bitcoin and Cadena, and I only got 1 point for AVAX going up. So where we left off was BNB, which has went up like $6 from last week. So none of us got points for that, and we were just about to make predictions on BNB going up or down. So
All right. I think we also need to quickly just let them know our predictions for next week. So Bitcoin, guys,
yep,
up, down.
I think so we have Bitcoin. Current price is 20,290, so that's what we're going off of there. Jason, I have
I
you.
think we've all
as-
said up.
Yeah, we said up and we said down for Austin because he's not here and he doesn't get to pick.
That's right.
He's gonna miss the
Yeah,
boat.
yeah.
AVAX.
And then I believe I was up on AVAX.
Yep. And Dylan, I think you were up on AVAX. I'm down on
very
AVAX
up.
this week, and we put Austin, the Eternal Optimist, as up on AVAX. Okay, so now we can jump into our BNB predictions.
I think it's going to be up a slightly,
All right.
very slightly.
You think it's going to be over 300 or?
Yeah, it'll be just if it'll be just below 300, but still up. Wow, that's very specific. This
Very
is not
specific.
financial advice.
if you're anywhere near it, I'll give you 2 points. Dylan, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I went down last week and they proved me wrong, so I'm gonna say down this week.
See it down again. I'm gonna go down again. If I just stick to my guns, it's gonna be down at some point.
Nobody's got bigger guns than WarFi.
See,
Well-
if WarFi was taking BNB instead of BUSD, I would have went up because that would have caused quite a surge in price. Did you not think to contact CZ?
He contacted me. I said I'll let him know.
He's got you on the red phone.
I told him, you know what? Hey, patience. You got to build out this ecosystem. You know what? I'll give you your shout out later, but for now, just let me do my thing. I've promised my community sustainability, and I mean, I've given them guarantees. So I got to meet that first before you pump and dump me. You know,
Damn
Absolutely.
right.
not that you can pump and dump USD, but anyway.
if you have enough money, right?
But it's all in XRP right now, so I can't do that either.
Oh yeah, yeah. You also missed some XRP talk, but that's some super secret alpha that
Yeah, no. The conspiracy series, you know, that you guys have heard may be true, and I gave the exact dates and times and you know what it's going to be, but yeah, sorry guys, we can't chat about that again. It's just
no,
it's too much.
It's too much. It was at least an hour of pure alpha.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? So what do you think Austin would pick for BNB? We
He
have
would probably say up.
All right, that gives us 2 ups and 2 downs. So, and then the last coin we have this week, which we did not bet on last week, is Matic. So Polygon. Current price is 84 cents, and it looks kind of in the middle of a trend here.
I think that'll. Oh, that's a good one. That's very similar to what XRP's done.
And they have a lot of partnerships that they've just been cranking out. Seems like every week.
They've already risen quite a lot and didn't have any. That one is like, even though I believe the whole market will go up a little bit by like 2%. I think Polygon will go up at maybe like 0% going up, but it'll be green by like 0.001 or something.
That's all that counts, man. It still counts.
Yeah, it'll be green. It'll be green.
All right, Dylan, where are you putting it?
I'm gonna say up as well. Like you said, they're just cranking partnerships out left and right. Some institutional investors got to get involved at some point, right?
At some point. Oh man, I'm going down.
Contrarian.
Yeah, that, and like I'm just looking. It's been on a tear. Like 10.2, it was 77 cents. So I think it's gonna cool off a bit, and whether it comes down enough or not, I don't know. But I'm putting down. But I love Polygon. What do we think for?
Gotta hit a ceiling.
We got a guess for Austin.
He'd probably stay down as well.
All right. So let's move on to some DeFi news. Terra founder Do Kwon it's a little bit old news, but Do Kwon has that arrest warrant out for him after the collapse of $60 billion Terra project. Do Kwon's company was behind the algorithmic stablecoin Terra USD and UST, and its sister token Luna, which was worth around $60 billion before collapsing to near nothing. South Korean authorities have sought his arrest and claim that Interpol has issued a red notice, which is effectively a global arrest warrant. And Kwon refutes that the South Korean authority claims, saying he is not on the run and making zero effort to hide. What do you guys think about this?
Jason, go ahead, because as a DeFi leader, this is probably right up your alley, as somebody who controls, a couple of different things in the DeFi space.
So, to be honest with you, I think it's good. At the end of the day, the people with true intentions in this space are waiting for regulation to come through, because it's only going to help everything.
Right.
We're going to lose all those scammers. I really believe if they can bring regulation through, it's just going to help the people that are trying to actually build and not just scam people. There's so many people that even if they, don't have the intention to scam people, they're just running bad projects, because of, obviously, it's so easy to get into this space, and so easy to create a protocol. It's people that shouldn't be in the space, even though they might not have intentions, are in the space, and I believe regulation needs to come through. And if people need to be made examples of, then that's what's got to happen. I honestly believe that, for the better of the whole space,
Yeah, regulation's going to be really good. I think coming in, like, it sounds scary at first, but when you think of the benefits that it brings, like getting some of this trash out, it's just all part of the process.
It'll literally bring people up. Yeah, it's part of the process.
See, I'm normally against any form of regulation. Like, I despise government intervention in anything. Crypto's the Wild West, and I do believe that some kind of interventionalism needs to take place. It's been an insane couple of months, especially in DeFi. So something's got to give. I mean, how many rug pulls have you guys been through at this point? Because I've been through a couple.
Yeah, I've been through enough, and Jason, you can talk to it too, but like, just even working with people, sometimes it's just someone has bad intentions, and there shouldn't be room for them.
Agreed. Like you said, it's so easy to start a crypto project, more or less. And I mean, these people that refuse to dox, I mean, Jason's got his profile picture as himself. I know me and Austin both have anime profile pictures, but both of us are on YouTube every week. if you want to see our faces, you can see it. I mean, we're not here to hide. We don't have any ill intentions towards anybody.
Yeah.
But investing in these undoxed protocols and stuff is just such a gamble. I mean, hell, even doxed protocols. I mean, look at Liquid Capital.
I was really about to say that. It's not. That's why I said it's not just the rugs. It's like 99% of protocols are just run like a Ponzi, and even if it's run well, eventually it's going to collapse because there's just no way they can pay external revenue that they've been promising, but they've been using people to get into the system by just a way of a Ponzi scheme, and eventually it's going to collapse, whether you like it or not, because you just can't sustain that. And I feel sorry for all the people that got in late. I really do.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, two of it too is like people building stuff. They're not thinking about, how to bring that revenue to their projects. They're copy and pasting someone else's project and sort of waiting for what they do so they can copy and paste that. Like, that's not what you need to be doing at this point. You need to be able to build a team that has the capability to plan revenue streams and execute those on its own without waiting for some other project that you can copy and paste.
Yeah, if you're not innovating in this space, you're going to suffer. Anybody can build a tomb fork. Anybody can build a rebase token. If those aren't managed properly, if your devs aren't innovating, if you're not finding new sources of external revenue, it's going to suffer and people will lose money. Usually the people with the smallest bags get hurt the most, and that's unfortunate.
It is so unfortunate. But so that's why we're here. Bring the hard subjects up, talk about them, let people know what they can and can't do, and it's just crazy. It's crazy to think, that one day we'll see regulation and this will all be an amazing space. But for now, we got to all try our best to, bring out the good and what is good that's happening.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And it's nice when you have a game like WarFi has, right? Because you're not able to fork that, right? You're not gonna be able to fork the game. So I think P2E sort of has a big future.
I think, well, to be honest with you, I think P2E, besides global adoption financially, I think P2E is definitely going to be the new wave of people coming into crypto. The fact is, you've got so many gamers out there, people that play games on their cell phone, but the fact that they can earn money while doing it is an amazing topic, and people will stop gambling because that's the thing. Gambling's addictive,
It is.
and there's so many people doing it. But the thing is, if there's something more skill-based that you can do to try and get actual money, actual fiat, that's going to be a lot of people thinking of, I'd rather do that than try and, buy a token I'm not heard of because I might 100x or whatever. Play to earn is going to bring a lot of people, a lot of people into the system, into the space. And us being the first, company, the first actual project that's got a proper FPS game and not just developing it, it's already done. It came with the launch. That's never been heard of. 99% of projects give you a promise. We're going to take your money and this is what we're going to do with it and try and get you external revenue. We've paid this for ourselves. We've built the project, hands down, and that's why it's taking so many months. But the fact is, we launch already with the game already done. We launch with utility. We launch with external revenue being generated before the launch of the actual project. We've given this game out to one or two communities that they could play with their own token. And basically, we've earned already external revenue before we even launched yesterday. So it's definitely some firsts. I can say for sure some firsts in the space. And, we're definitely going to be making waves in the future.
Yeah, there's not too many true P2E experiences out there. Like just a few card games, but nothing really on this level.
I was going to say WarFi's in a league of its own as far as everything I've seen so far. I mean, it's an actual like CS:GO style shooting game.
Yeah, it's based upon Counter-Strike and Call of Duty. So if you play the game, you'll pick up vibes from both games, especially if you're a gamer. But it's literally what I tell people. I tell them, hey, think of it as Counter-Strike on the blockchain.
Yep.
Take any Web 2 and bring it to Web 3. That's going to be a game changer, and that's exactly what we've done. People are busy shooting each other and earning, BUSD or kill tokens. It's an amazing feeling that people can actually play a proper game and not just game fun. It's proper P2E with a proper game.
Yeah, and
Right.
I want to jump back to like what you were talking about. It's like skill based, right? Instead of just trying to win on trading tokens, right? Because learning a skill like trading, that's not a skill that's very easy to master, and it's not particularly fun, to master. It's a lot more fun to master a game that maybe costs $1 to play, like an arcade game, instead of trying to throw money against a wall and have all these emotions of trying to figure out technical analysis and things like that.
Yeah, 100%. That's the same concept why we're talking about, having something skill based and not luck based is very important. I mean, and there's a lot of good traders out there, but at the end of the day, if we all become good traders, we're still trading against ourselves, so there's still going to be people losing. What's nice about obviously games is that it is skill based, yes, but it's something that you can rely on your skill. Sometimes you can't rely on your charts and your trading and indicators because that's not how it works. So that's what's quite nice, where it's basically what your capabilities are and what you can do with the game. And like I said, it's not just that. After the first month, we're going to already have 5 different games on our games hub, which include from like a game of chess to checkers to 8-ball. Eventually, in the next couple of months, you guys will be seeing Need for Speed on the blockchain, and that'll be part of our games hub that we're doing. And we've partnered with Delta Finance. We've got to build this games hub where we're just going to have hundreds of, Web 2 games, but Web 3. That's what we're doing, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty exciting. And I think I had some other news, but we could actually just sort of pivot into, WarFi and sort of start from the beginning. So why don't you tell us, sort of from scratch, like what WarFi is all about?
Okay, well, so very simple. It's very much inspired by a couple different projects in one. So you can say it's inspired by Spring Game has done really well recently. So has Ward. I mean, one of the leaders in the space, obviously, but also inspired by trading bots and then a proper P2E system. Because I really believe P2E is the next evolution in, crypto. Definitely going to be a game changer. So that's what we've done. So what we've done with the protocol is we've given it different sides to it. The first side is just passive income for the non-gamers, which is just a bit gamified. So it's an NFT that you can buy to earn, your daily rewards, your passive income type of story.
Yeah, and that's
So
your sort of that's your sort of
just your
standard
daily-
investment node type of thing where you put in the tokens, you get your investment node, which I think is like a tent in this case, or a soldier, and then they give you your passive income.
Exactly. And what's quite cool, you buy your tent, and then once you reveal the soldier, because obviously your soldier comes with the tent, there's different rarities of the NFT, which give you different percentages. So anything from 1% to 2.2% a day. And
Wow.
what's it's not bad, and they will be lowered as well going forward for the sustainability. But I think right now, on the average, it's still sitting at about 1.4, 1.6. So it's quite good. A lot of people are quite excited about it. And, what we've said constantly is that on the node side, on the NFTs, that give you daily rewards, we've capped them per week as well. So we need to make sure money coming in is always greater than money going out, which is very important. And that's why we've launched the game and the protocol together, because we need to make sure that the investors that we have are like almost guaranteed, their money. And that's what's important to me, and starting a project that is not run like a Ponzi, like 99% of the other ones we see in this space. And that's including some of your biggest leaders as well. So we're really different. We've come with a different approach. And I think we're one of the only, like I said, projects that have started with utility, started with generating external revenue before the project even starts. That's a first, same as the actual game itself. It's a first, as in, you can play the game using BUSD or the native kill token. So the fact that you don't have to be in the ecosystem. We're going to be marketing the game and the game's hub, to the whole space, is that people can play these games with using stable coins. And in a month or two, it's going to be cross-chained as well. So it's pure external revenue coming into the system, which, is unheard of from day one.
Yep, and these have a return on token cap of 200%, right?
Yeah. So that's the normal NFT soldiers give you a 2x basically. Like any soldier, all you got to do is give them whatever runs out. So obviously to produce the kill tokens. Excuse the pun, but your soldier gets you kills, which is the kill token. And then the fifth and the final, soldier is not linked to, passive income in the sense of liquidity pools or anything like that. The fifth and final soldier is connected to trading bots. So basically a pool is going into trading bots. I mean, these are the same ones that is used by James Pelton, Shiny Jackal and the boys. They're very good. I've been using them myself and for other projects for a couple months. So tried and tested, and basically people are investing into trading bots, but at the same time, they're also investing into the future of the company because we've given away 10% of the profit share, going forward.
Yep.
So it's an amazing thing. People are, loving what they see with our project. The fact that, the FPS game, Counter-Strike on the blockchain, and it's a proper game. It launched with it. There's going to be 5 games by end of month 1 on this games hub, and we're going to just keep popping more and more games out for people to diversify. They see the bigger picture in what we're doing, and I really believe that this project has the potential to take off. So we got a lot of serious investors already, and we're still brand new. I mean, we only launched yesterday. So we're growing organically. But yeah, I think it's going to really, really take over DeFi if we just get the word out there. We don't even have to shill it. We literally just have to get the word out there of what we've done, how we've done it. And people will realize the potential of the project, that it's, 1 in 1,000 that actually gives you proper projects and a promise. It's actual product that you can know it makes money off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's nice to have a few different ways to sort of interact with a protocol. Obviously, I'm a little spoiled, having worked on Grape Finance and stuff, which has 20 different ways you can invest. But, having like a node system where you can get tokens and then play a game with those tokens, it's pretty intuitive.
Yeah. So that's the thing, and that's what's nice. I've got a couple gamers that instead of coming here every day and spending $10, they've rather bought a soldier that generates them their $10, their 10 tokens a day, that they would then have that capped already done. So when they get start of every day, they've got their tokens and they use those instead of having to put in BUSD every day. So there's a lot of different ways around this, a lot of potential. And like I said, that's just the first game. That's the tip of the spear. We plan to have hundreds of games, on this games hub, for everybody to play with, stable coins, and that way it just keeps bringing in more and more external revenue for us to keep building and taking over the space slowly but surely.
Yeah, and that's actually an excellent point too. Like you talked about, how gambling can become such a serious problem, and if you get one of these tents or soldiers, you can just be like, okay, these are my 10 tokens, and if I turn those into 20 tokens at the end of the day, that's great. If I don't, though, that's it, and you don't have to worry about losing all your money that way.
Exactly, and that's what's nice. You have the capability of still generating these tokens going forward with your tens. Same as the way we pay out people with BUSD on the fifth soldier, the warbot. With the trading bots, and yeah, we got a lot going on. Every single part is separate, but it also has the synergy combined that they work well together. But they don't rely on each other, which is nice.
Yep, and you have the ever talked about topic, I think, of people have mixed emotions on them, is these price stability systems.
Yeah.
Got
So
one
we've
of
got
those.
a price management system. So it's called PMS, funny enough. But yeah, we obviously do that specifically so we can keep, stable at $1. Reason being is people are playing in $1, so if we keep our token at $1 as well, it just makes sense that the whole ecosystem are built around the play-to-earn aspect is it's kept stable. And you're coming in at, a price and you can expect to go out at that's why we're doing it like that.
Yeah, and you sort of have that sort of buyback bot sort of being filled from like ammo crates, the rake from the game, and then probably some of the profits from these trading bots and things like that.
Yeah, so that's obviously generated from the game. It's, people playing with BUSD. So the external revenue that we're creating from day one is already feeding into this LMS system, PMS, whatever you want to call it. And what's nice is because we've got so many different streams already, and that's just going to carry on. It's quite nice that we can manage it without, having to be called a Ponzi.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely good to have enough revenue to support these systems going into it, because otherwise you can sort of get ahead of yourself and expect it to run on its own, and the price doesn't do what you want, and then you kind of get in a jam.
It's quick.
Exactly.
So as far as
we're the first ones to call people out, and I'm very open and transparent. I'll be the first one to talk about other projects and how many Ponzi's are in this place. And the reason why I'm not afraid to talk about this topic is because that's why we've done it differently. That's why we launched the protocol from day one, having a proper actual play-to-earn game, external revenue utility coming through from day one. It's just unheard of. Normally people are still building out the game when you invest. With us, you're investing into a product and not a purpose. So I'm quite happy to talk about the actual, Ponzi's in the scheme, in this space, because we're completely the opposite in every way you look at it.
right, you sort of fronted the cost to make the game that you needed instead of waiting for investors to front that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, how many game modes are available on or with the game?
So the free version, we've got like a free fall. We've also got an elimination round that we're doing. What we're going to do as well, we're not going to release all the game modes and maps at once to keep that. Obviously, people that have got certain NFTs can play certain, modes as well. It just, like I said, they completely separate all the different parts of the protocol, but they can still work well together. And, we'll do special maps for special people, as in if you hold a certain NFT. But at the same time, the whole Games Hub is going to be marketed by itself. So we're going to be releasing, a new mode and a new map like once a month, or maybe twice a month type of thing, so that we can keep that hype and keep, obviously, the community, fresh and obviously engaged.
Yeah, you're gonna feed those influencers with new maps and new NFTs and things like that.
Exactly. Yeah, we've got a couple of streamers already streaming the game for us. I mean, we're going to have a fight night tomorrow. Actually, we were talking about it while you were also gone. Hey, something you missed. Basically, with I'll be myself, James Pelton, Austin Clark, Yabonks, Johnny. We're gonna be having a stream tomorrow night, all playing the game, playing a bit of WarFi, and having a little bit of a competition and seeing what we can do to each other.
I don't know, man. I think you'll do good. I don't know about James. We'll see. But for people listening, that's going to be tonight because we actually record this the day before. So this stream event will be the same day that this podcast is out.
Yeah, probably a little bit just after that. So it'll be early morning for me, Friday morning, but it'll be for everybody else Thursday night.
Sounds good.
That's going to be quite exciting.
And one of our VIPs, our sole VIP NFT holder, was asking about how you plan to market towards the gaming side of things, because many people play games on Steam and stuff. And if you manage to get listed on Steam, or if that's a possibility.
So we don't want to be listed on Steam. We are going to be Steam. We're the new Steam on the blockchain. Steam hasn't got there yet, and there's no point in trying to compete with, like, for example, Call of Duty. So even the WarFi game, this FPS game, it's not like it can take on Call of Duty or Counter-Strike. But how we're going to take these guys on is becoming a games hub and offering we'll be the first ones to have a full like Steam on the blockchain, and that's how we compete against them. Is that because we were first, we can have the audience going before they even try and get into the space. That's our plan. We want to basically have this Games Hub be the Steam of the blockchain.
Yeah, the Steam of play to earn. It's just
Yeah,
ambitious, but if it works, it's gonna be big.
yeah. And I think it's the right time before the bull run. While we're still in this little bit of a bear, it's the perfect time to build out this ecosystem so it's ready for the bull run. Because everybody's going to be so focused on this bull run and how great it's going to be. It's just going to be piling more and more people into the space, which means if we can have the games fully operational with 20, 30, 40 games by then, it's just so much option and diversity. And while people are watching their bags, on their second screen or on their cell phone, they can be playing a game using the stable coins they're holding. It's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't wait.
So you have like sort of big plans, for the future. Help us separate sort of what WarFi has now and in the next week or so with like what features are going to be your sort of like a couple months down the road.
So the first thing, I'd say now, if we take a week from now, people are going to be playing, the actual FPS game with BUSD. That's amazing. Basically you pay $1 like any arcade. You pay your one token to play, but now instead of just having fun, you can have fun and earn. So for each kill you get in the game, you're getting 50 cents, which is amazing. You could potentially kill what? Let's say you kill 6 people. That's $3, and you paid $1 to play. So you can come out of this, having fun, but also making a 300%, 400%, 500% ROI in the space of a 10-minute round.
Yep, and it's sort of like a battle royale thing where you get one life and you're dropped in a map with a bunch of other people, or
correct. So there's different modes. So there'll be from obviously elimination where 10 people start. There we go, kill each other. So let's say you can basically kill up to 9 other people. So that's quite nice, and you've paid your $1 to play that. The other modes where you pay $10, and you've got 10 lives, the most kills at the end, or it's just going to be one big free for all. There's going to be modes that you can, all pay in your $10, and one winner at the end gets a huge pot. There's going to be different modes that people can play, which is quite nice once the users build up a little bit more, and that's what we're heading to in the next couple of weeks, and then combined with that, yes, we're taking this game further, but the game's also, like I said, going to be just the spear, the tip of the spear. The main thing that we're building out is the actual whole Games Hub ecosystem, where we're going to have just plenty of different games, on the Games Hub for people to play. And that's where we see ourselves in the next couple of months. By the end of month 1, we're already going to have 5 games on this Games Hub. So that's what, 3 weeks away?
Yeah.
And five different games that people can play, simple games, card games, but all the way to a first-person shooter, Counter-Strike, blockchain. That's where we're heading.
Yeah. Did you say chess might be coming to that?
Yeah, chess will be one of the first ones on.
Nice.
I'm a bit of a
out of
chess
the
nerd.
5. I love my chess. I have my SA colors. I was supposed to go to World Championships when I was younger, but let's just say, young and stupid.
Yeah.
I
We're
don't take it as serious.
we're in different leagues. I'm not a world champion, or anywhere near that. So you probably get
Neither
some...
am I. Neither am I. When I was younger, maybe. And then we, the alcohol came along and partying and girls, and let's just say that took preference. So
It happens.
But I'm not a bad hand at chess.
Well, I'll be giving out some tokens in the chess.
Yeah, for chess, 100%. But I'm a big FPS guy too, so I'll be playing WarFi.
But that's what's nice, you play your WarFi. That's the thing, every single gamer I know, there's maybe only a handful that can play it all day, every day, and that's maybe because they contracted or they're making money off of it. But every single gamer out there, they play one game for a couple hours, they can play the next game, and that's what we plan to do. We're going to have people that probably are earning cents of just playing these games in this games.
Right.
There's going to be people that, like the esports, we all know how big the world of esports is. And, what they're bringing in. So imagine that also being on the blockchain.
Right, and you
There's
think
so much
about like
potential with.
sort of Twitch streamers, you know how they get profit from viewers and ads and stuff, but if they're playing these games all day, right? 3-hour sessions. They're going to be good at it, so
Yeah.
they're going to be able to earn from playing the game and earn from their viewers at the same time. So it's a great benefit, you know, for streamers as well.
And catching those streamers and those obviously community leaders, and they're actually playing with their community, is also amazing. You know, you're interacting with your fans. You know, you're playing against them. You've got that competitive nature where you're playing with BUSD, so it's taken a little bit more serious, but it's still also great fun, and that's what's nice about the ecosystem. That it's just going to bring more and more people into it. The more we diversify and the more games we have on this games hub, the more we're going to just keep growing.
Right, because not everyone is going to want a shooter or you know, competitive thing like that. You know, they might be into solitaire or chess or, you know, whatever comes out, and being able to offer those different solutions for people is pretty big.
I mean, it's always
like 90% of people that have a cell phone have got some sort of game on their whether it be Candy Crush or whether it be something, you know, a little bit more exciting or just
Wait,
more
hold on.
skill-based. Whatever.
Are you saying Candy Crush isn't exciting?
It can be, especially if you're playing it. But that's the point. It might be exciting now, but let's make it more exciting. You know, let's put Candy Crush on the blockchain. That's effectively what we're busy doing with this game.
What about Farmville? Because that's an old classic.
Oh,
I
man.
love Farmville.
That's the point. So once we've built out the community is going to have a hand in saying, hey, can't you make this style of game, you know, to put on the games hub? And the point is, all these games, after the first 5, they're making, you know, external revenue, and that money is going to be feeding back into the system, creating more and more and more and more games. So eventually you'll have your Farmville on the blockchain as well.
Nice.
I love it.
Yeah.
Big fan.
And
Big fan.
to sort of talk about this to people who maybe haven't connected the dots, sort of when you put in you play these games, so imagine you have 10 people and everyone puts in $1, and if it's a battle royale style game like your Fortnite, you know, 9 people are going to die, right? So there's going to be 9 kills on the board. That leaves $1 in this scenario left over for the protocol. So basically every sort of game is going to have a little bit of money left over for the protocol, and that's how WarFi is getting its money from the games.
Exactly, yeah. And that's what's so amazing around playing these games and putting in the thing. So we're still going to adjust the amount of money you get per kill. There's going to be, like I said, different modes, but that's basically how the game makes this external revenue, so that people can carry on playing. It's amazing how, you know, much people can play, and they're going to love obviously what they're doing. It's going to be amazing to think that, you know, this is just going to carry on with more and more games, and the potential for the whole ecosystem and all these different games hubs and all these different ideas, the potential is just endless compared to some of the protocols that are out there now that are, you know, they're still trying to get to the point where we're at now. We're launching at the fact that we've got utility, got external revenue, got revenue streams. You know, people are 6 months into a protocol and haven't even got as far as that.
Yeah, and we'll talk about some of those later, actually, but we'll stick with WarFi for now. And I want to jump back again to, you know, some of the different game modes where you sort of have your 1 life thing or you have your 10 life thing, and that sort of spreads out your different risk profiles, right? So your battle royale where you have 1 life, you're gonna have more risk on players, where these bigger deathmatch games, you know, you might have more opportunity to make a decent amount of money.
You might have a couple mates. Well, you know, maybe you and a couple of mates are getting good at the game, and there's another couple of mates. So there'll be team deathmatch, team capture the flag. You know, where both teams put up a pot. You know, there's so many. You can think about this as a normal Web 2 game. You know, like Counter-Strike or Battlefield or Call of Duty. But now you're playing it and having the access to play it with crypto. That's the point. A proper game finally in the play to earn space, not one of these click or gamified websites, actually, that you just click a button or two.
Yep. Yeah, the P2E space needs a lot of help right now with that.
It needs rejuvenation for sure.
It needs WarFi. That's what it is.
That's right. I mean, the games hub is
But
huge,
yeah,
right? That's a big potential.
Yeah, that's the thing, and that's why we've waited so long, and we've, planned this for how many months now. It's amazing, like I said, that we're already launching with a a game that's already developed. Our investors don't have to try and build it out for us with their money. They've already got it because we've paid for it and done everything and got the partnerships going. And this whole ecosystem's long-term vision is this games hub, and the fact that it's already being built, and by the first month you're going to have 5 games on it. It's like another 2 years of a different protocol smashed into a month.
Yeah.
That's what we've done.
People in DeFi like fast. They don't like waiting around. So
exactly. And they'll finally have a project that can not give them a promise, but they give them and more products coming on at a quick pace, because they've already got their first initial product developed. Where there's some people, like I said, there's some protocols that have been running for months and months and months, and they still don't even have, any external revenue besides the 1 or 2 smaller things they offer on the side. But it's still not near the money that's coming in compared to the money going out.
Yeah, because you promise so many people so many things, but by the time you get that revenue stream that you said, you have a huge line of people, waiting to get their cash out. So you sort of take that off the table by offering something up front.
Yeah. So basically, to just safeguard investors, it's like telling an investor, hey, 99% of the projects that you've already invested into, or probably 100% of the projects you've already invested to, they gave you a promise. They told you, invest, this is what we're doing in the future, we're building it out. This is the first time they're probably going to come into a project where it's the opposite way around. And hey, we don't have to build it out. We've already got the product. Now have a look what we can do with it. And that's why the potential is endless.
Absolutely. That's sort of what I have for questions. Dylan, did you have anything you wanted to tack on?
No, like I said, I was reading the roadmap and the white paper and everything else. I guess the only question I have is, what are you looking forward to the most out of everything on the roadmap?
I think to be honest, I think the first milestone for myself, this launch was pretty great, but kept it small, organic. But I think for me, it's this first month is quite crucial when it comes to getting the word out there, but also getting the first parts of the games hub completed and the first couple games available for people to play. I think this first month for me is going to be quite enjoyable, and then from there it's just going to be exponential growth. So I think this first part for me is definitely going to be the most exciting and the most challenging at the same time.
Yeah, it's a lot of sleepless nights, I bet.
Yeah, those are half of them I've already had. Most of them are out of the way, but there's still a good few coming. I think it's been a couple months of, every second night you're only sleeping 2 hours. But yeah, hopefully there's only a couple of those left. And then we are launching even more and more things. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. And I'm going to give away an NFT, a Walrus Radio VIP NFT. That's a mouthful. To your community, Jason. And all they actually have to do is listen to this podcast, and then the first one to @ me in your WarFi Discord with like @Space Games with Dave, give me that NFT. It'll be theirs. So that's it.
Well, let's double that. I'll give away an NFT as well. So same principle applies. The second person that does that will be able to claim one of our infantry soldiers for passive income that they can use to play these games.
Very cool. So we'll talk after on how to best execute that, but we're gonna take a quick break here. we'll take a little music break, actually. Almost Owen, who obviously has a very popular crypto song, has given us permission to use some of his songs in the show. So we'll take a little music break here, and then we'll jump back into some DeFi news.
I feel pretty low, at least I'm feeling something. Quarantine goals got me turning up nothing. Chilling in the cold, but it's hotter than an oven. Got a bloody nose from the shit that I've been bumping. I've been on the East Coast, dreaming about the West Coast. I guess it's pretty good as NRS goes. Still it's hard to get perspective when it's so close. I've been living up to my name, it's always almost. Yeah, I'm in a hell of a state. I made a mess of my brain. I should call it a day, but I don't wanna. No, I don't wanna be sleeping. I gotta get me out of the deep end. I gotta get over to the other side and out of this state of mind. Cause I don't need another compromise. Get me out of this state and out of this. I beat it pretty high, it's only artificial. Bouncing off the walls, but I'm always in the middle. Trying to stay involved, but my choice is not committal. Wanna have it all, but I only have a little. When I get a little more, I'm a one more too. Hole in the bucket, the water pours through. Feel like chasing happiness, a trivial pursuit. Cause what's the point in having it if you don't got the proof? So pass me a Corona, cause if it's almost over, I'm throwing out the rest. I leave my stashes with the soda until I fill it up again. You know that I'll be sober. And I don't wanna till it takes me zero. I gotta get over to the other side and out of this state of mind. Cause I don't need another compromise. Get me out of this state and out of this state of mind. I'm in a hell of a state. I made a mess of my brain. I should call it a day, but I don't wanna. No, I don't wanna be sleeping. Cause I don't need any rest. I just want the effects. Fuck is settle for less. Cause I ain't gonna. I gotta get me out of the deep end. I gotta get over to the other side and out of this state of mind. Cause I don't need another compromise. Get me out of this state and out of this state of mind. I gotta get over to the other side and out of this state of mind. I don't need another compromise. Get me out of this state and out of this state of mind.
Welcome back. That was State of Mind by Almost Owen, and you can listen to his music on his YouTube channel, Almost Owen, and I think he also has some stuff up on Spotify and other music services. So obviously this week our ongoing sponsor is Frozen Walrus, and Dylan, you can give us a sponsor update on X.Walrus, which I think is launching either right as this episode comes out or right before
We're
or
launched.
shortly after. It's already launched. Okay.
Yep, we launched last night after the end of the PEG campaign. For those of you not in the Frozen Walrus Discord or community, X.Walrus is an illiquid asset that will provide new utility to the Walrus token. It will launch, it's already launched at a 1-to-1 mint ratio, so 1 Walrus equals 1 X.Walrus, and it will go up in index based on the total supply of X.Walrus. So the more X.Walrus is minted, the higher it costs to make new X.Walrus.
Yeah, it's a similar, it's sort of like a wrapped sort of walrus thing where there's like a tiny fee or something like that.
Yep, so
Where-
75% is sent to a reward contract for a new farm we're putting out, and 25% of that walrus is burned.
Yep. So basically what happens is the walrus, when you go to redeem your X.Walrus, it's worth more. You get more walrus out than what you put in based on how long it was sitting there, right? Something like that.
So once you've made the X Walrus, it will not. You can no longer redeem it for Walrus. You'll just be. It has the highest allocation farm on the Frozen Walrus ecosystem, so you can earn W share at a much higher rate than any of our other farms. But whatever the price of X Walrus is today, as far as how much it takes to make one, it will most likely be higher tomorrow, because as the more that are minted, the higher the price goes up.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, there's always a lot of X tokens out there. We have X Grape, which works a little different, and that was X Walrus, and so they all work a little different.
Good naming. What is it? Naming feature.
That's right.
X. You add an X to anything. It's fucking cool.
It's fucking sweet. All right, let's get back into the news. Jason did have to hop off. He's running around doing AMAs like a madman. So he had to hop off.
An AMA.
So it's just me and you, Dylan. We're gonna take the viewers listeners on a DeFi news journey. So here we go.
We don't need anybody else.
No, we're gonna fight that dead air. All right. Sifu, who we did talk in the macro show, his new borrowing and lending platform surpasses 50 million in TVL. That's total volume locked. So shortly after launching Sifu's borrowing lending platform, Uwu Lend quickly eclipsed 50 million in locked tokens.
You know, I never realized there was a massive amount, that many furries in the crypto world, but Uwu is most certainly a furry terminology.
I had not known that.
It's a very well, it leaks into the anime community, or it may have leaked into the furry community from anime. But yeah, Uwu is a definitely a QT thing that people say in the furry community. So the naming convention, I'm not sure of, but you can't beat those numbers. 50 million TVL is insane.
Yeah, and I guess I see it, right, because there was a vote in Time Wonderland, right, where it was like, do we keep Sifu on or something like that? And it was a pretty big split between support of him and, hate of him.
Because he's the one that was tied to another...
Yeah, he was tied to a Canadian Bitcoin company that had some shit go down with them.
Some shady shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give him $50 million. Let's see what happens this time.
Yeah, we'll see. I probably won't deposit. I mean, I guess like borrowing and lending is pretty safe-ish, safe-foo-ish.
Safe-ish.
In the fact that it's not like Time Wonderland was, where there's like a treasury. You're basically just either borrowing or lending out your tokens based on your collateral. So maybe people just feel that he's not as deeply connected to it. He's just taking the money.
He's just taking the money. He very well might, but I mean that's the issue you run into with all these. But I would say that with the heat he's had on him in the past, he's most likely taking a healthy salary and not gonna dive into any kind of shady nonsense.
Yeah, he's got a close eye on him for sure. Gods of Asgard, which is a P2E game that Thor Financial helped fund initially. They released a demo a while ago, and then it wasn't up to Thor's sort of what they were looking for, and then so they cut off funding for it, but they're still making the game. They released a new demo that you can play, and in a statement from the developers, they say, in this demo, you will find an open world to explore. There are multiple points of interest to find and enemies to fight, multiple bosses, but don't take too long. There's a storm closing in. We are thrilled to be able to offer the full PvE Battle Royale experience you've been looking for. The dev says that they're not quite in beta yet, but they are still open to feedback on the game experience.
The PvE game?
Yeah, it's sort of like a PvE Battle Royale.
That's a little, I can't come up with the word, but that's kind of against each other, because PvE is player versus environment.
Yep. So
you would be a Battle Royale against NPCs, I guess?
Yeah, I think they drop players in the map, and then There's obviously the
Going
storm
find 'em?
factor and whoever kills maybe the most monsters. I actually haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen this. So is Thor connected to this at all anymore?
Yeah, so they still Thor Financial will still be the governance token for this game.
Gotcha.
Thor just said no, we're not giving you any more development money
Oh,
because
okay. I remember this. Yeah.
the drama that happened with it was AVAX at the time was like, I don't know, $70 or something, and they gave them a ton of AVAX to develop the game, and then they didn't sell the AVAX into like stable coins, so the price went down, and then the developers were like, well, we need more money, and Thor was like, we already gave you all the money, you're not getting any more money. So they were like, oh crap. So they decided they're going to continue making the game, which
Wow,
is good
that's,
because I own
yeah, no.
a couple of those NFTs, and I'd like to profit off of those.
That's crazy though. That I guess the game development, is it a studio? Is it just a team? I mean,
I'm not sure. I think they have like in-house, and maybe they had some out-of-house people as well. I'm not sure.
I mean, the bulk of those people may not have known. You know, I doubt they were gambling on AVAX's price going up. They probably just didn't know any better when they got paid in AVAX. They just saw a dollar amount close to it, and I mean, I don't think anybody could have seen the crash that's happened over the last couple months happen. You know,
Yeah.
$70 AVAX was a fucking bargain back, not too long ago.
Now you're talking about your $15 AVAX bargain.
Yeah. Yeah.
You lucky.
So that's,
I haven't seen $15 AVAX. I must have been asleep.
it was couple, I would say 2 months ago, I think. But yeah, that's insane. I'm happy to see it continue going because, like we were talking with Jason, the more games we get out that are actually games rather than the point and click NFT stuff, I think that's how we capture new TVL for DeFi as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for the space, and that sort of like bridges over to this next topic. This was on Cointelegraph, but on P2E Games, one analyst says function over fun is all that's needed for retention. And like, I'm a strong disagree on that. I think fun is the function of a game, right? You can't have one without the other if you're talking about a game.
I agree wholeheartedly. If it's a game that doesn't entice people, you're not going to get people in.
Yeah.
You can sit and talk about how much money a P2E game can make you. If it's not fun, if it's not engaging, if the functionality's not there, you're going to suffer. And that's what we kind of have to drill into these developers' heads. And I think that's something that going back to Jason again, just the demos I've seen of WarFi so far look like a game I would want to play. Adding crypto to it is just a bonus.
Right. And it's like, it's not, triple A studio graphics, and it doesn't
have to be.
Doesn't need to be that to be fun. If you're only in it for the graphics, stick to your triple A titles, but fun is the function of a game. So
yeah, I know, I agree. Chasing graphics is something you do on an Xbox, something you do on a beefed up PC. I often find myself playing retro games because they just had more soul to them, man. The games that come out today are completely formulaic. The graphics it's pretty, but there's no soul. I mean, if you remember playing Skyrim the first time it came out, looking back, those graphics weren't amazing. They were for the time. Yeah. But I mean, they were still outclassed in almost every way. But it didn't matter because the game had so much soul to it. It had lore. It had stuff to do. Those are the kind of games I want to play. The games that somebody gives a shit about making. It's not just this big faceless studio like EA or somebody making the game for profit.
But you talk about I like that you mentioned EA, because if you talk about like mass adoption of NFTs and play to earn, things like that, like EA has Madden and FIFA and NHL, but they all have this like ultimate team mode where you get cards of players and you make your own team and play a game of Madden with your team of cards. Like, you picture that being like an NFT where all your cards are NFTs and you can actually carry them over into the next release of the game. That's huge, right?
It is. And they're kind of already doing that. I don't know if you've ever heard of this or not, but it's called NBA Top Shot. It's a NFT collection. I think it's official NBA stuff. But what you do is you buy packs of what they call moments, and there's extremely like rare ones. Like I'm on their website now. Draymond Green. It's selling for $1,000, and all it is a video of Draymond Green just pushing through the lane and like alley-oop into somebody.
Yeah.
And people pay good money for shit like that. So you add sports games into the mix on these, adding to the blockchain. I mean, it's somebody could make a lot of money here if they had the rights.
Right, and EA has the rights with the NFL, and you talk about. I mean, it's just a huge wave of adoption potentially.
Yes.
Because
I'd be willing to bet this is on Polygon Network.
Those Madden Ultimate Team nuts, man, they spend thousands of dollars on not NFT cards for just that year of Madden, and then next year they do it all over.
Yep,
So
and I mean, look at Fortnite and everything else. I mean, kids pay hundreds of dollars a month for
skins or the battle pass.
Skins. What are they called? V-Bucks or something?
Yeah, V-Bucks. Well, because you know what they do. The
Top Shot is on Flow, by the way.
Oh, okay.
I've never heard of that either. So.
Yeah, that added nothing to my understanding.
Yep, but I mean, there's a shit ton of this. This is a gigantic thing. It's got Shopify on it, Alchemy, Dr. Seuss, Instagram. How have I never heard of this?
Is it an NFT marketplace, or is it like a blockchain?
It's a blockchain. I've never heard of this. Flow NFTs coming to Instagram.
Well, now we're gonna have to.
Jot this down. We'll talk about this next week, because this is something I'd like to. This is something I'd like to look more into.
Yeah. Speaking of NFTs and mass adoption and other things like that, the Apple App Store has started to allow the integration of NFTs, but they want a 30% royalty for every NFT transaction. How do you feel about that?
What a fucking joke. Guys, I'm not into Apple whatsoever. I know there's Hazy Key in mod in the Frozen Walrus community. We talk about this quite a bit. Apple is product and software designed to fail because they want it to fail so you buy the next pretty shiny thing. I don't like that as a business practice, and the fact that if you can defend that, and you can also defend that the App Store wants to take a 30% royalty on NFTs, that's leaving the creators of that NFT with nothing, essentially.
Right, like
it's robbery.
It makes my understanding of Apple's understanding of NFTs very muddy, right? Like,
yeah.
So I mean, if you take even a PFP, your Bored Ape stuff, your PFP NFTs, you're gonna have a royalty on that for every transaction that either goes to the creator or it goes to a project, right? So let's say that's 20%, and then Apple's going to take their 30%. Now you, as an NFT collector or someone who's investing in that, you need to, if your NFT doubles in its price, you just broke even, right? Because of 50% in fees and royalties. So it's just a little nuts. 30% is outrageous.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. 30% is just highway robbery. I mean, honestly, anything over 15% as just a provider of a service
it should be like 3%, 5%.
Yeah,
right?
And that's Apple. You get a premium thing every time, either whether it be a new phone or a new watch or a new MacBook. It's always got that premium feel to it, and that's what keeps people coming back for more. So I could see like a 15% royalty for using it through the App Store as like a premium situation. But no, fuck no. 30%. Fuck you, Apple. Fuck you, Tim Cook, and you're disgusting.
Make me
all
sick.
of you.
Gonna throw
I know
up.
you, Tim. I know you'll hear this, so fuck you.
That's right. I mean, yeah. So it's like the pro of this is it's adoption, right? It's a huge win for adoption. Unfortunately, you're going to turn off all the people that you adopted, right?
Yeah, who the fuck would want to do that? I mean, outside of Bored Apes and stuff where you're talking thousands of dollars in NFT, I mean, I wouldn't want to put my NFTs on it.
Yeah, but imagine you bought it for half an ETH, and then you sell it for 1 ETH. You only get half an ETH back. So you then need to get it to like 3x or 10x, and it's not common. It's not common for NFTs to do that.
Absolutely not. Especially right now.
No.
Ugh,
It's
disgusting.
greedy. It's greedy. I have an iPhone, but I own
fuck
it.
you too.
You're gonna change your mind, okay? Like I've been up for an upgrade for almost a year now. I think in December, and I have not upgraded yet. I'm driving this phone into the ground, so I don't have to take out another ridiculous lease on a phone.
3 years now. They used to be 2 years. I was researching.
You used to get them for free.
Yeah, also true.
You used to get the phone for going into the contract with the cell provider. They don't do that anymore.
Which I do prefer having no contract because I'm getting ready to switch over to Verizon myself after AT&T fucked me over again. Been with them for 7 years and they fucked me over a couple times in the last couple months. So
fucked me over
so
once.
now,
Shame on me.
Twice it's on you.
Yep.
So I'm switching over. No contracts anymore, so that's always good. I can just take my number wherever the fuck I please.
There you go. Lieutenant Mew in our Discord has been asking quite a few questions, and one of the things he had talked about was our thoughts. He wanted to know our thoughts on NFTs and the future of decentralized finance. So where do you think NFTs have a home, moving forward in DeFi?
I think we are away from the profile picture stage. I'm aware of a anime artist on the Ethereum network that creates very expensive profile picture for people, NFTs, and but his come with extra bonuses. So you purchase the NFT, you own the rights to it. He creates a personalized profile picture for you, so you're not actually using the NFT, and you can also use it in VR. So he creates a 3D model for you. It's almost like a VTuber, if you're familiar with those.
Yes.
So like the little anime girls that talk to you on YouTube, but it's a person controlling it.
Yep.
So that's interesting, especially for people that enjoy art or in YouTube and whatnot. But I think what you're gonna see next is kind of what we're doing in Walrus with the Anglers Club NFTs. We're using the NFTs for you to purchase a piece of the pie. We're purchasing real world assets with the miners for Kadena. Every NFT you buy gets you just another piece, and it may not be the quickest way to make a buck, but if you believe in proof of work, if you believe in Kadena, then it's a good way to get miners, and we're doing it in a resource friendly way where we're basing it out of New Zealand with the hydroelectric power. Sorry to shill Anglers Club here, but I do think that is the future of NFTs, practical NFTs.
Right? Yeah, it's like it's sort of a move away from just your standard PFP stuff to actual utility. That's what people are going to be looking for, whether you get some VTuber or a metaverse avatar even that you can play a game with, back to the P2E stuff.
Right.
Or it's sort of your share of a limited supply of a thing, right? So the T in NFT is token, and it's these sort of like Anglers Club projects and things like that. You just think of it as an ultra limited supply cryptocurrency that has just 10,000 tokens in circulation instead of, a billion tokens in circulation.
This happens to have a cool, JPEG attached to it, and I think people got hung up on that fact.
Yeah, they're really stuck. They're still stuck. Like,
yeah, I'll just copy and paste it. Okay, well,
I own your NFT now.
You're not going to copy and paste my miners.
Copy and paste these profits, yo.
And another interesting thing is I saw that a couple court systems out in California were using court summons, subpoenas, and other kind of like official documents as NFTs. That way that you could send it to somebody and they would just know.
Yeah, not DeFi stuff. A lot of luxury brands are starting to
Yeah.
incorporate NFTs to track provenance, which is like previous owners and things like that, and authenticity. So when
the more we talk about it, I mean, really, like the sky's the limit, realistically, isn't it?
Yep,
So
because it's just a token with special stuff tied to it. It's not the JPEG.
I think NFTs as a whole have a bright future. It got off to a rocky start and had a shitty kind of like attachment to it.
Speaking of rocky starts, we're going to follow up here on last week's Lame or Flame, which was On-Chain's NFT project, which we all emphatically said was a flame.
It's not good.
He may have rugged that project, which he sold, I think, 30 NFTs of. It's hard to confirm everything, but what do you have on this?
So we don't know if he actually took the money and ran, but we do know that his DeFi Army Discord is now shut down. We also know that he hasn't uploaded a video in over a month, and he now has a new YouTube platform where he was reviewing Andrew Tate drama under his full name rather than On-Chain.
Yeah, so like, if it smells bad, if it smells sketchy, it probably is. And like, picture this. So you launch your NFT project, and then you say you can't get into the Discord to talk to anyone or learn about this project without previously buying a $1,000 NFT. Then you launch the project. It doesn't get a ton of traction. But when you launch a project, your goal is to get more people to buy your project, right?
Yep.
So why would you stop making videos about it? Why would you not tweet anymore? And why would you shut down your YouTube, basically, which had been built up to almost 5,000 subscribers, and start over on a new YouTube, which only has 6 subscribers, right? So like, stuff's not adding up, and there's no tweets or anything to say that he didn't just take the money.
Right, so it may not be officially a rug, but inaction on his half is just as bad. And the fact that he's moved on to something else speaks volumes. So, On-Chain Oliver, fix your shit, bro. Even if you took the money, give it back. Even if you spent some of it, I know you listen to this. You know,
Yeah, he
everybody listen.
the king of
It's
scam
just-
catchers. But I mean,
Yeah.
if it comes out and he starts making videos and tweets and stuff, like, I'll come on and say that, you know, that's not the case. But yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it's sick. Oliver, get your shit together. Go back to your DeFi Army community and apologize. At the very least, fucking apologize. You're fully doxxed, bro. Like, somebody's gonna be upset that you've done this.
Yeah.
Especially after all the bullshit you've started with everybody else.
I wonder what bullshit is going on in that Discord from people.
I think he nuked it.
It's still up. It's just like, you can't get on unless you collab land verify your NFT, which nobody bought. Right.
Sad.
So it's just like 3
Fucking
people
sad.
in there like screaming at him.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Trust-
Calling everybody else a scammer.
Trust me, bruv.
I'm your granddad.
Walrus Radio is the captain now. You come here. We'll
Come here.
We'll take you in. Our Twitter's open.
We'll call them all scammers.
That's right. We're not gonna do Lame or Flame, obviously. We can jump into Pick for Profit. Last week, let me get my notes here. I think it's good for me. In the points department, I did some preliminary digging here. Shuffling my papers around very officially.
Shuffle. Get it in the mic, too.
Did you get that? You either got it or it's dead air. But, all right. So Austin had picked EMP shares, which had a price of 178.11 when he had picked it, and it is down. So he did not get points.
Austin, you fucking loser.
Fucking
God.
he lost.
Was he the loser of all the picks earlier?
No, I was the loser of those.
Was he close?
No, he had the most points.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
Take points away for attendance.
That's right. Well, he's not gonna be able to pick one this week.
No,
Right? So he doesn't have a chance at points.
I agree.
Yeah, and you had Chainlink.
I had Chainlink.
785. It was down when I started the show. We should have started.
Nope.
It was
That's
down when
how
I
it
started
goes.
the show. Now, I'm going to do some shady shit next time. I'm going to check all the prices and I'm going to...
Prior.
All right. You get a point. And Shiba was up when I picked Shiba last week, which was...
0.0000112.
yeah.
Where are we at?
Oh, I typed in baby Shiba coin. It's not the one I want. There's a lot of Shiba.
There, Shiba is starting.
1137. So I'm up as well.
Ooh.
I got a point.
Very nice.
The granddaddy of all the shit coins paying off for me. So you and I get a point, and Austin gets a nil. So that brings our week's points totals to Austin with 3. You got 3, and I have 2. But so it's a long season.
It's a very long season.
I got time to make it
Also,
up.
I was looking through the W.L.R.S. radio ideas in the Discord because Disco Chuck has been following along with us. I just wanted to point out that we didn't get to do emotional versus technical this week, but I was right on emotion. I said that it would be down next week based solely
We're doing
off
it
the
in 4
name.
weeks. 4 weeks.
Well, I just want to give an update that I
All
was
right.
right.
Currently,
I'm
currently right.
I'm fucking hot right now. All right, we're 2 weeks into this. I'm hot.
Hard to beat. Hard to beat. All right. So, what is your pick for profit this week?
I'm going with Loop Ring. LRC token. It's made popular by the GME short squeeze attempts. GameStop launched their entire NFT market. Talking back about NFTs. They launched their entire market onto Loop Ring using the LRC token. I follow it quite closely. We are at 294 right now, 0.294. I'm saying we're going up next week.
All
So
right.
that's my pick of profit this week, and that's not financial advice. That's a brief history and a dumbass's choice for money.
All right. Let me see here. Oh shit. I'm gonna go with Kronos, which is at
Nice. Little crow action.
yeah 10.95. It's sitting at a local low, and I feel like it's gonna sort of rebound a bit with some Bitcoin. Kind of a safe or neutral pick for me, but I just need it to go up a little bit, and I think it'll go up a little bit.
I like it. That's always a good bet.
Yep, absolutely. And the last order of business is the Twitter game.
I love it. On a side note, I just want to point out that not only is Austin not here this week, I'm now being sprung with his puppy. Not puppy. Calvin's like 6 or 7 years old. His dog Calvin is here, and he is very active of a dog. So if you hear any whining, barking, or anything like that for the remainder of the show, I apologize. It's Austin and my dog getting wild.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot. So
Way to go, Austin.
Shout out Austin once again.
Pretty much ruined the show single-handedly.
The lame hillbilly you don't get to see often. The one that lets you down.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitter, I was playing around with this AI art generator thing, and I plugged
Horrifying.
in I plugged in Frozen Walrus Radio broadcaster.
Why is there? It looks like
And
it looks like
I
steak sashimi with a carrot. What the fuck is this?
I don't know, but I got an idea for it. So if you go on our Twitter at W.L.R.S. Radio and follow it while you're at it, I put this art up in the Twitter banner, and it's horrifying. But I want to know, I want to keep upgrading it and like morphing it into new things by like plugging it back in with new keywords and using that art as a reference, and just have this like organic weird ass walrus art grow week after week. So if you come on the Twitter and you just at me with what you think we should add to the algorithm, just do that. I think it'll be fun.
Let's do it. That's actually a really fun idea. It's horrifying. Let's see what kind of like Lovecraftian horrific thing we can create by the end of this.
It's already pretty like Cthulhu-y with like a headset, and I don't know, it's bald. I can't. I gotta stop looking at it. Okay, so our Twitter question was, what is an NFT? Wrong answers only. Do you want to take
some good ones?
Yeah, we had a few more answers this week, and there are some pretty decent ones. I think this NFT, a Newtonian flange transmogrification. So you want a Prince Albert? No, I came to get an NFT. That one's pretty funny. No fucks today. What are a couple you like?
I saw Lettuce with NFTs are Netflix teams that battle each other with swords, and the first one to capture the other team, miniature Australian Shepherd, wins a hug from a rock in the form of soft cheese. It feels like an AI generated like response, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just it gets crazier. It built on itself.
I kind of like it. I'm gonna plug it into the art thing when I get a chance.
We've also got crypto blockchain giveaway NFT Sanford. Please DM for promotion.
Oh yeah, that's a real good one. You know what? I'm gonna reply.
Fuck that guy.
I'm gonna say congratulations, you won. Actually, I'm not gonna post it publicly. I'm gonna DM him, and I'm just gonna troll him. He didn't win, but I'm gonna troll the shit out of him.
Oh, this is a good one. Disco Chuck again. Non-fungible tokens. Our new token blocks in the next major Minecraft release 1.2. Their main ability, or in this case inability, is that mushrooms cannot grow on them, no matter the light level.
Oh yeah, Minecraft has gone on for a very long time.
I always forget how long, because I never got into it. I've never been a Minecraft guy.
Like, I got into it that is way back in the day, and then I played it up until they added like the leveling up, where you can like level up your dude and use your levels to like buy enchantments and stuff. That's sort of like where I left it. But like, it is crazy how big that got.
Oh, 100%. It's gigantic. I mean, everybody plays it except me, apparently. Oh, this is a good one. Medi Bernard. NFT, or Nodium Finare Toscanam in Latin, were invented by Roman slaves to put their money in common and buy goods anonymously to create the very first node yield for every bros and sis to survive in the Toscane Wild West. The truth, they don't tell us the truth. Hashtag.
All right, I'm gonna plug this in. If this translates, it doesn't. Nodium Finare Toscana. That's what it translates to. If that was real Latin, it would have been game over, but...
Oh, it's not real Latin?
No, at least not according to Google Translate.
You know, I was using Google Translate the other day. We had a French investor asking some questions. I guess they couldn't be bothered to translate it themselves, but that's okay. I hopped in, and Hazy Key, one of our mods, he's Canadian, so he speaks a little bit French, and he was asking him, or trying to answer him. And Google Translate really pulled out some good translation for me. I was able to speak fairly well to him, and he was able to understand me and everything else. Now, this is all through text, obviously, but...
Yeah, I think it'll get you through in a pinch.
I think so, too.
All right, so, I mean, just going by likes alone, Disco Chucks has 3 likes, and National Fucking Tournament from Ace has 3 likes. Like, I'm good, like, flipping a coin.
Yeah, flip it.
Hold on, I gotta get a coin. I'm not prepared.
God.
I should have put it in the show notes so it would come down to a coin flip. All right.
Oh, and shout out Lady Bossnat. She also replied with a National Fantastic Team.
Oh, that has 3 likes as well. Oh shit.
Yeah, we love Lady Bossnat.
That takes the coin flip out of it. We're gonna have to do the random spin a wheel thing.
You want me to set her up?
I got it going here. Just keep talking so we don't have any of that dead air.
No dead air. Let's see here.
This was Lady Bossnat, Ace, and Disco Chuck.
Disco Chuck.
All right.
Spin it. I don't have anything else to plug. We've now spoken for, I don't know how long the call's gone on for, but we've spoken extra 25 minutes earlier in the podcast.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of time.
We've talked for a while today.
Disco Chuck is the winner by by random tiebreaker wheel spin.
Very nice.
So Disco
Congratulations.
Chuck, I will DM you on the Twitter, and I'll keep everyone updated too on this freaking giveaway NFT shill bot thing. Hopefully we
Nice.
get a good response from them.
I think so.
All right, so with that, next week we have LB from Grape Finance joining the podcast.
Big show.
Hopefully we won't have these technical issues again. Hopefully Austin will be back with our backup recording.
Oh, he won't miss a chance to talk to LB. He
I know,
loves
his
that guy.
best buddy.
They're best. If you guys don't know, he's actually friends with LB from Great Finance. I don't know if you've ever heard that or not.
Yeah, if you're wondering where the Walrus Treasury goes, he blows it on first class tickets to Australia, like on
Just
the
to talk
weekly.
to LB.
Yeah,
It's all
they get
that's all
lattes
it is.
together. You can send show ideas to WLRS Radio info@gmail.com. Or if you would like to sponsor the show and talk about your own project, same email address, WLRS Radio info@gmail.com. And with that, we will wrap it up here. We'll see you, I think, tomorrow for the macro show.
Tomorrow for the macro show, and everybody, just another reminder, if you want to win one of those awesome VIP radio NFTs, you have to be following the Twitter. Let's get it blowing up. I want to. We're up. What is it? I think 16 followers since last week.
Yep, we're up to close to 60. And at the end of this week, there's going to be three of these NFTs in circulation. You get a free mailbag every month. You get a special spot in the chat room. We'll give you a foot massage.
Well, I mean, last week's NFT winner got to ask Chicken Chaser a really good question. So
yeah, VIPs definitely, they get the treatment.
They
so
do.
You're going to want one. And the only way to get it is to listen and win or buy them off somebody who already won. So that's what you're going to want to be doing. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.